Well, I don't think that the approach should be any different. I think that the urgency level of our execution, I think a real key to the success of this team is to get more than just one or two or three guys playing well. We need to get a whole group of guys, as we go down there to play their best basketball of the season. And that urgent feeling, where you realize there won't be another chance. I mean, we have this tournament to actually try and play our way into the NCAA tournament, and hopefully that sense of urgency will kind of permeate throughout all the guys, all throughout the roster, the coaching staff, and we kind of play our best games while we're down there.
Are people discounting what you guys bring to the table? I mean, you've been one of the best teams in the conference year after year.
I don't know what other people think. We're really kind of focused on our group and what we can do. I think we believe, that the odds are pretty stacked against us that we can do this. The issue is, we've got to be able to get past that first round game and then move into some, areas where we haven't really been successful, and then from there, try and kind of break the pattern.
Dave, Brandon's foul trouble seems like it's kind of reared its ugly head again in the latter part of the season. Is there anything you can do, or are you just to the point with him where he is who he is?
Well, I think that the one thing about Brandon is that once he's got the fouls, he's been able to continue to stay in the game and be successful. I think that it's the focus that we'll make with him is that it seems to be the strategy of the opponents is that they want to go at him, and that we've kind of eliminated some of his offensive fouls that have been an issue for us, and now maybe we can eliminate some of the careless fouls where he tries to make a play even though he might be a little bit out of position, but know that the guys are going to come at him and attack him, and that he's got to be able to deal with it.
Has that bracket been revisited since BYU's joined the league as far as the buys and the way they work?
Yeah, I think next year it will be changed. I think it's going to quarterfinals, semifinals, and the championship game without any buys.
Knowing if you're going to win this thing, you got to get through St. Mary's and Gonzaga as well. I guess there is still some confidence level there because you have played those teams very tightly this year.
Yeah, we have, and for our staff right now, I mean, we've spent 4 or 5 hours in the last couple of days, and there's been no mention of St. Mary's or Gonzaga yet. So if we're talking on Friday night after a win, I'll answer all the questions about St. Mary's that you want to answer, because you just can't approach a tournament that way, and if we do as coaches, then we leave an opportunity for our players to do that, and so hopefully our players are really committed to what's going on tomorrow at 8:30 when San Diego and Pepperdine play each other, and then we'll get our scouting report in and go from there.
In an ideal world, would you have a lead where you could rest some key guys toward the end of that first game, or does that not matter? They're young guys back to back.
I'm not very good at that. I'm really good at trying to finish a game, start a game, finish a game, and have our guys play the best they can play, and then deal with the next challenge the next day. So.
You've had some great teams, but it's been a while since BYU's won one of these conference tournaments. What makes these so difficult to be successful in?
Well, there's in this particular instance, there's 8 other teams that are preparing just like us to try to win it, and they've got all the same energy and excitement. I mean, there's 347 teams around the country that I guess a couple of them have been eliminated yesterday and today, but for the most part, every coach and every staff is trying to get their players geared up to get an automatic bid into the tournament, and so it's a challenge. And for us right now, we understand that for this to happen, we've got to play 3 games. We've got to win them all.
Jason,
go ahead.
Since the announcement of Craig's dad, how has he handled that? Have you noticed any change in him on the court, or is he pretty much just carried on?
No, he's been really committed to this team. He's as good a teammate as we've ever had here, and my relationship with him is a little bit different because we spend quite a bit of time talking about where his father is in the process and how the family's doing and how he's doing individually. And I mean, I understand that it's a really difficult time for him, but he's committed to our team.
You were pretty clear earlier, the coach mentality is one game at a time. Of course, when you see your sophomore talent, your young talent that you have on this team, you got to be pleased with what you see in the future for BYU basketball.
Well, this is an important time for everybody on our roster, for our seniors, because it's it's the last opportunity they'll get. But for the younger guys, it's experience, and experience is really valuable into trying to increase your production and to try to improve your career and meet the individual goals you have. And so those are all things that are interesting, go through all the kids' minds, all the players' minds. And the important thing is to play with one agenda, that everybody's playing on the same page, just trying to win the game and try and advance.
Could you give a little insight how you get the guys ready when you don't know the opponent? I mean, that game ends kind of late. Do you see them right after and give them tape, or how do you try and use that?
Well, we spend the time in practice running and working against things from both teams, and so it's kind of a broad spectrum right now, and then it'll narrow down into what will whoever wins the game, and then that shoot around will be pretty intense and to get ready for that. But our guys have played them twice already, and so got a great game from both of them at their place. San Diego beat us, and Pepperdine was ahead the majority of the game that we played there. So we know we got a real challenge here.